What is up, guys? Brad here. Literally just woke up. This came out about an hour ago. Literally, the Pokemon Company dropping probably the hugest news and leaks video they have ever released so far for Pokemon Sun and Moon. So we're gonna hop into this and discuss this as I see it for the first time. So if you guys are hyped for this, feel free to subscribe as well. Really helps me out, and drop a like on the video to show some support. Certain Pokemon are thriving. You got Exeggutor here. Basically, what they're doing is actually taking like Mons, like certain Mons. Exeggutor right now really isn't the best Mon, but now what they're going to do with it in ALOLA form. I'm not quite sure if these are like the only Mons, but I'm pretty sure there's a few more Mons. You can't just have Exeggutor and the next Mon coming up here are going to be ALOLA forms. Basically, what they're doing, going to give it a different form. For the ALOLA region and give it a different typing. So this is actually a grass and dragon type. Kind of a bad typing, being 4 times weak to ice, but Exeggutor always had that bad typing. Ninetales and Vulpix getting a ALOLA form. Vulpix being an ice type, and now Ninetales being an ice and fairy type. The first ice and fairy type ever. Ability Snowcloak, not really the best ability, but since it's not really a Mega Evolution, you can run an item on this thing. So if you want to run Pipe Red Powder or something like that, you can always do that and run Hail or something. This design for this looks absolutely sick. And being that there's Charizard Y now, Ninetales, the regular normal Ninetales with Drought, really has kind of been underwhelming, especially with Charizard Y and a lot of others. Better weathers like sand and stuff like that and rain, which has really got buffed this generation. This is really going to give something to Ninetales that will make it competitively viable again, just like in Gen 5. Here's the designs. That looks absolutely sick. It gets Ice Beam now as well. I'm not quite sure if it already normally got Ice Beam. I'm not quite sure it does, but sick design. Completely roasting a Salamence with Freeze Dry. Now here's Sand Slash and Sand Shrew. Lola forms. They're giving you another ice form. I'm not quite sure. Ice and Steel type. This is actually the first Ice Steel type, I think, as well. For both of these. Again, ability Snowcloak, not really the best, but you can rent an item on this, which is nice. It's not really considered a Mega Evolution. Not quite sure if there's like a certain island you can find these on, and you can still find the normal form in the game, or something like that, or this is going to take the normal form away. We actually got a new Pokemon, Oricolo's unique styles. So on each, basically what this is, on each island, we can actually find a different typing. They all have the primary flying type, but you have Bailey style, which is actually fire, Pom Pom style, which is actually electric, Pau style, psychic and flying, and you have Sensu style, which is actually ghost flying, which is very unique typing as well. Probably my favorite so far, just by design. Has a unique ability as well. Different style can be found on each island, so I think it's 4 islands, so we can find one on each island, which is very, very nice. I'm not quite sure how that's going to go for breeding, if you have to like breed on a certain island or something. Not quite sure how that's going to go, but Revelation Dance actually matches their type, so it does have a special move as well, Revelation Dance. So if it's electro type, it gets matched to its electro typing, fire example, and stuff like that. Its ability Dancer, so say you're setting up with like Quiver Dance or something of that nature, like this Masquerade's trying to do. The ability automatically copies that. So this thing, I can see this thing being competitively viable. You're gonna have to run a little bit different moves. It gives Mons like Vivillon and Volcarona a little bit something to really, a little bit of a nerf. Got another new Pokemon, Minereor, ability Shield down. Basically, it gives it a free, pretty much like a free hit, basically. Takes no damage and actually reveals its shell. So there's actually like a cool core underneath. I kind of like this thing. It reminds me of Luna. If you guys do not know Luna it's actually the star from Rosalina and in Mario Kart, or on Super, I think it's Super Mario Bros. I think it is. I'm not quite sure, but kind of reminds me of Luna, especially the yellow one. That's probably what I'm nicknamed this, Luna. Again, I think it's a rock flying type, kind of a unique typing. I don't think we have that yet. Got the blue, the orange, the red, and the yellow cores. We got Young Goose's evolution finally. A lot of people thought it was going to evolve into Donald Trump, but they're all wrong. Gumshoosh, right here. This thing looks absolutely nice. Still got the same ability, Stakeout, and the strong jaw. I can see this thing being competitively viable just with the strong jaw ability alone and the Stakeout ability. You got Form Matisse, 2 new Pokemon as well. Form Matisse with the Leaf Guard ability and Lurantis with the Leaf Guard ability. Not really the best abilities, so I'm not quite sure if this thing is going to have like insane stats to give it that kind of ability. Otherwise, it might be a little bit underwhelming, depending on its stat distribution for Lurantis to use in competitive. Definitely a nice design though. Lurantis has a sweet design. Wouldn't mind using it. Sick design. New move called Solar Blade. Now that animation looks completely awesome. I'm assuming it's a special move, like Solar Beam. Maybe it takes 2 turns to recharge. We got Mud Spray, or pre-evolution called Mud Spray, so Mudsbuck, whatever it was. Same abilities, own tempo and stamina. Kind of reminds me of a pony, to be honest. Pony Pokemon, similar to Zebstrika's pre-evolution. Call on services of riding Pokemon, so we actually can ride like Mudspray or stuff like that. We can ride Sharpedo again. I'm guessing again. There's a Charizard right here, but it looks like we actually ride in the game. Island Challenge, the Rite of Passage. I'm not quite sure what this is, but I'm thinking you have to like fight certain people on the island. It also does go through the I'm pretty sure there's actually the island or the Island Challenge. I think that's pretty much the Pokemon League. I'm assuming this is the first type of first type of gym. The trial captains, basically it's a new thing for gym leaders, guys. I don't know, a lot of people get confused with this. Trial captains. It's basically a new thing for gym leaders. You got the first gym leader here, which I'm assuming is grass. It is grass type, it says. Mellow, which is actually a girl. You have Lana, water type gym. I'm assuming that's the second gym if they're going in order. Unless they can just be thrown in a loop and throw these out of order. You have Sophileses, with the electro type gym. Kind of unique, electro typing. Kind of looks like a nerd as well. You have Kwaiwi with the fire type gym. I'm assuming there's 4 islands, so 4 gyms, I guess. The powerful Toadapole Pokemon await at the end of each trial. So after you beat a gym, these things appear for some reason. I'm not quite sure what these really are. The Totem Gumshoot. Flare to Life, it's Defense Rose. I don't know what this really means for us guys, but it can call on ally Pokemon. I'm assuming this is something they bring out of like Super Mystery Dungeon, because it kind of reminds me of Super Mystery Dungeon, where you had like the bosses and they were able to like call like allies up into it, the boss battle. Like, so you had like a Gengar, they call like Ghastlies and Haunters to help fight for them, so you can possibly try to defeat them. That's what it really reminds me of. You're gonna have to be taking 2 attacks though, if these are at like super low levels. I really don't know how you're gonna be clearing those. So hopefully they have like a little level nerf or something if they like show up on like the first gym. You have the Kanana of Mimili Island, so I'm assuming it's like a big boss. New way to attack as well. Now this is confirmed, guys. Z attacks. Every typing gets a type of Z move, so you can use it once per battle. This is really going to shake up the metagame as well, if any Pokemon can get this. Right now they only show starters like Pikachu and the 3 other starters. But if any Pokemon in the game can get this, it's definitely going to shake up the metagame. Which is something I'm very concerned about, because I do plan on playing competitive this generation, assuming with a lot of these new mons, which I really want to use. Shows you a lot of the typings here. Inferno Overdrive looks completely insane. It reminds me of actually Fusion Flare. It's similar, but it's like a bigger explosion, like a nuclear explosion. Hydro Vortex, completely insane. I'm not quite sure if you need a gym badge or something similar to use this, or if you can just use this right off the bat. I'm sure they're gonna show you like something eventually, maybe like after the first gym or something like that. But I don't know, maybe they'll do something like that. But if you guys did enjoy this, thinking about doing a more in-depth analysis eventually in the future, but they literally just threw like a shitload of news at us this morning, guys. Just woke up to this. So if you guys enjoy this, drop a like down below. Tell me your opinions as well in the comments below. Would really appreciate to hear those, and subscribe as well. That being said, we get out here. See you guys next time. Peace.